What's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 15 of the Chris and Tim podcast. How you doing today, Chris?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Not too bad. We got Madison Roach in the comments, Kayshawn Dorsey, Asan. What's up, guys? 6 of you guys in, and we should have a fun show. The NFL schedule has been released, but we're going to do a couple of other things, let the schedule completely play out. It's supposed to be technically released right now at 8 o'clock, and then we'll hop into more of that stuff. But first, a couple of other things. First of all, I've been doing a bunch of NBA streams now. We're going to do a lot more of those, so if you haven't stopped by to watch some of those, hop in for those. Probably every night, maybe, or quite a few nights. Let's put it that way. Like, if most likely, hit your notification bell so you can be notified of that. Also, before we get into some of these topics, have you gotten into any of the cryptocurrencies yet?
Mm-mm.
Dude, I think everybody should just throw a little bit of money into it. I don't want to tell you to throw in $1,000 or $2,000, but $30 even to some of these super cheap ones like Safe Moon or Moonshot. And it's very possible that they tank, but they're so cheap. Even if you threw $30 into some of them, if it ever hit 1 penny each, you could get like $100,000. Like, they're that cheap. So anyway, if you haven't gotten into any of those, I suggest hopping in because that is the future cryptocurrency. All right, here we go. Let's hop into some actual topics. And we'll start with the new signing of the newest Washington football team member. Charles Leno Jr. signs a 1-year, $5 million deal with Washington. How you feel about that, Chris?
I don't really care. I mean, I think Cornelius Lucas is very, very angry. I heard he had like a tweet that said, "Y'all are gonna stop playing with my name," or something like that. So he's very upset with it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just brings more competition. I mean, it's a depth signing. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear no Redskins fans cry about our offensive line ever again because the offensive line is definitely taken care of already. Whoever wins it, I really don't care. We're in good hands either way. I mean, I'm not mad at the signing, but who knows?
Fair enough. I agree. He's a 75 PFF guy, pretty much on average. He's solid. I know you don't like PFF, but it's not a bad thing to have those things. He's 6'4", 306 pounds, so a little bit light for me, but I think he's gained weight because those were his combine numbers, and that was like 5-6 years ago. I think he put on a little weight when you watch him play. But he does have 34-inch arms and 3/4, or 3/8, excuse me. So good arm length. He ran a 4.4 shuttle at the combine and a 7.57 3-cone, which are pretty freaking awesome for tackle positions. And his 40 time wasn't great with a 5.21, so not the top end speed kind of dude. But yeah, when I watched him, I made a video on it. I'm sure some of you have seen that already, where I definitely don't see, like, I know he's a Pro Bowler technically, but I don't see somebody that's like Trent Williams or like one of the top tier tackles.
Nobody. It's not a lot. That's all that is.
That's fair. But even like the Ronnie Stanleys or the who's the one that went to Kansas City? Orlando Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
those Hall of Fame caliber tackles.
Okay, well, my point is that you're not getting like the cream of the crop. No, you're right. That's fair.
And honestly, I wanted to make this point. I was thinking about it while I was in the shower. I was like, could they possibly be thinking about moving Samuel Cosmi to right guard when Sheriff leaves? I thought about that. And then probably have Leno or Lucas on the left tackle.
That wouldn't be the most ridiculous thing, except both of these guys at left tackle right now are on 1-year deals. So if either one of them like shows up big, you're now going to have to pay them a pretty penny. Maybe not top dollar, but you're probably going to have to send a bunch of money at one of these left tackles that are not the youngest.
Or I'll sign and trade them and see what I can get for them.
Well, if that's the case, who knows? Let's see what everybody else is saying. Pop Esther's here. What's up? Jairus and Tim's are the goats. Appreciate it. Tim and Chris, what's up? Says the son. Charles Leno. Welcome to watching. Solid signing. He could start and leave Cosmi to develop, and Lucas as your swing tackle can step in if one of our starting tackles get hurt. Yeah, I mean, I think whoever, either one of them would be a great swing tackle. I think you were basically saying the same thing, where leaning on one of those guys, I think is an awesome deal, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't care if the left tackle get injured. Oh no, we're not. Who cares? We
Right.
got another backup that's just as good as so I mean, so it's not a really even a big deal. If that get hurt, then hey, Samuel Cosme out there, he's getting playing time, so it's a positive either way.
Mm-hmm.
There's not no bad thing that can come out of it.
I agree with that. All right, what's up, John Shaw? All right, so a couple more things before we get into this schedule talk is Aaron Rodgers apparently was offered the largest contract ever, and he's at 38 years old, apparently over the $45 million per year mark for that Pat Mahomes received. Do you think he's worth it? Do you think they should have offered that, or do you think they're crazy?
What are you doing with Jordan Love? I mean, you offer him all this money. What are you doing with him? If he signs, let's say Aaron Rodgers signs their contract, you're essentially saying, if I'm Jordan Love, trade me. Because obviously I have no chance, no shot of even being anything in the NFL. And if I'm sitting behind him and I just come in here and I struggle, y'all gonna say I was a bust and I'm gonna be out the NFL. I never truly had a real shot. So before you go offering contracts, how about you go trade Jordan Love? How about that? Instead of offering Aaron Rodgers the highest paid contract. That makes no sense.
Well, I agree with a lot of what you said, except until that last point. I think you have to make sure that you lock up Rodgers before you trade Love. Because you can't trade Love and then you don't have Rodgers locked up and then he wants out and now you have nobody.
That's fair, but they're not even talking about trading Love.
That's true.
He doesn't even suit up. And again, he doesn't suit up as the backup.
Who's the backup?
Third string. I don't know.
I don't remember either.
But Jordan Love does not suit up. So what are you doing with him? So unless you're going to say, okay, we're going to sign Rodgers and we're going to open up a free fall for Jordan Love, you should say that. Don't just say we gave him the biggest contract. We gave him the biggest contract and we're open to trading Jordan Love. That's what you should do. That way, that can actually persuade him to actually sign on the dotted line.
Right.
Because why would I sign it if he's still there? What's the point of having him here?
I know they put themselves in a catch-22 because, like, I'm trying to think of, like, because what comes first, right? Like, the chicken or the egg, where if you say that at the same time, but then Aaron Rodgers truly does not want to come back, and now you put sour grapes maybe in Jordan Love's mind of, like, wait, you wanted to trade me? There's so many different weird angles. They should never have drafted this guy when you had a 36-year-old Aaron Rodgers with probably 5-6 solid years left. You should have just drafted more help for Rodgers, let him figure it out, and then try to win a Super Bowl or two before Aaron Rodgers retires, and then move forward from there. Instead, I think they put themselves between a rock and a hard place where it's hard to say what's the right thing to do.
Look, fire the GM, pay Aaron Rodgers, trade Jordan Love. Simple. It's not rocket science.
I like all of that. I agree with all that, but it's like, what comes first in all of this?
Fire the GM.
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
Then sign Rodgers. Then I'm opening up to a free for all. Who wants Love? Come get him. That's simple.
I like it. What up, ProTech?
And I hope we the number one team knocking on that door.
To go get Love? Yeah, that would be sweet.
Yep.
Except for the fact that they are talking about that, like, he's not the he's got a long way to go, is what they're saying.
No,
I don't know.
No, he don't. Like I said, I thought that's a smoke screen.
Maybe.
Because they said the same thing about Justin Herbert. He came right in. Look what he did. I don't want to hear that.
Justin Herbert did.
I don't want to hear it.
He was a freak, that's for sure. Anyway, what's up, ProTech? Jared's here. Raiders in Vegas on my birthday. Oh, you're I guess that's who we're playing on your birthday. Good for you. That's awesome. Maybe you'll make your way out there. What are the Packers doing with Love, says Asan asks. He's sitting on the bench and has not played one snap on the field to even feel the heat by the crazy D-lines. Packers front office, I think he meant, FO, looking bad right now. I agree. Yeah, there you go. He corrected it later. I agree. I don't know. That's weird. Yes, Slimy Kev put his prediction in for the Washington football team, 13-4. He says we're definitely going to get more into that soon. Gilly says I saw some of Love's throws in practice. He looked garbage. Interesting. Very interesting. Bro, Jordan Love to Washington for the love or for the low. Give him here. Yeah, if we can get him on a low price, that's huge.
Facts.
That's
huge. I'll say this. You draft a quarterback like that and you bring him into a terrible situation like this, what do you truly expect? He's that young. So what do you truly expect?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Bring him on over here to Washington and a nice, good culture with Chase Young and everybody, Terry. He's going to flourish. Get out of that, whatever you want to call that
Terry
place.
McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, and De'Ami Brown. You could get a lot worse than those three. That's funny. Spoiled says rip for the Packers. What up, Spoiled? But yeah. All right. Before we hop in, basically our week 1 opponent for the NFL start for Washington is the Los Angeles Chargers. And the Los Angeles Chargers put out a weird tweet. Chris has not seen it yet, so he's going to see it for the first time. Actually, hold on one second. Let me get this situated. But it's very, very odd. I don't know what to think about this at all. Did I show you the right one? Shoot. Okay. No. Let's show you this tweet. And you're not going to see Chris for a minute, but it's okay. What is this? Can you see this, Chris?
Not
So it's a picture of Chase Young.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, picture of Chase Young, and next to Pop-Tarts, where they say an earthworm Pop-Tart with, like, earthworms. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what is this joke even supposed to mean? Is it a color thing? Or is it his hair? Do you see it?
Yeah. I guess so. I guess they're trying to, like, make a joke. He's in red. He's a black player with dreads. That's what it looks like.
I mean, they put a bunch of these out. So, like, TikTok tarts, I guess, for the Steelers. I don't even know what ranch dressing for the Eagles.
Oh, so well, it's nothing that they did it for everybody else, I guess.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, but I just don't get our joke. So I'm not saying like they called only one, but it's the dreadlocks. It says Protect. I think. I don't know. But I agree with Gilly. He says disrespectful. Chase gonna tear them up. I hope so. That is the goal. But it's just a weird tweet that they threw out a bunch of tweets talking about. I guess these are all of their opponents or something.
Yeah, I guess so.
Ground beef talking about the Texans. Dead leaves talking about the Broncos. Blueberry frosted for Zeke. Baked beans for well, I guess the main point is we're talking about it. So the tweets worked, right? Because we're talking about what they're doing with their tweets. So good for them. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that because I didn't know what that was about. That was really weird to me. Hassan says Chargers are weird. I'm going to smack the Chargers for disrespecting my boy Chase Dreads. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, Pop-Tarts. This is weird. I don't know. I didn't know what the science was about it. So anyway, all right, let's see if I can make sure that this is our final schedule. It should have been released. A lot of it had been leaked, but I want to confirm with the Google search now. Not sure if I can find it.
Yeah, it just popped up on my screen. You can go check and see it now. It's on NFL.com.
NFL.com?
That's what it says. It says 2021 NFL schedules here. See your team's official 18 weeks late. So.
All right. Can I do it by team? Yeah, team schedules. Here we go. All right. Let's pull it up on NFL Network. And we're going to have some fun going through our schedule, doing way too much breaking down. But that's the fun part. All right, so we got 3 preseason games. With the added game, they shrunk it from 4 to 3 preseason games. So we have Patriots week 1. We have
what?
In the preseason.
Oh.
In the preseason. Bengals week 2 and Ravens week 3. And I don't know if anybody else thinks about this. 0-3. I love playing the Ravens the last week of the preseason because it's essentially a home game no matter which one we play. Because it's only 45 minutes up the road. It's easy to get your season started. And it seems like we always get them the last game of the season, or last game of the preseason, I should say. And I really appreciate that. That's nice. All right. So now let's get into the actual season. So we have Chargers week 1. We have Giants week 2. Then the Bills, Falcons, Saints. I don't know when our bye week. Does it tell us? No, it does not tell us our bye week, so I have to look at the dates to confirm. Oh, we have it. Is that? No, that's a Thursday game for the Giants, so that's not a bye week. Okay, so our bye week comes at week 9. So we have a week 9 bye week, which is solid. There's nothing wrong with that. Does it say at and away on these? Yeah, there's the at. Okay. So home, away, away. Home, away, away. So we're having a pattern here. Then home, away, home, away. Home, away, away, home. Okay, so that's good news. We don't have any crazy 3 or 4 week portions of our schedule that every single game is an away game. So that's nice. The most away games we have in a row is 2. And it seems to be pretty broken up. So interesting. 3 primetime games, says Hassan. Yeah, I didn't even look for those. Yeah, we have Thursday night against the Giants week 2. What else do we have? 1 o'clock. A Monday night game against the Seahawks week 12. And then a Sunday night in week 16 against the Cowboys. Fair enough. All right. So, you ready to run through the schedule, Chris?
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we do that, I'm going to look at some comments. Yeah, I wouldn't want them week 1 prime time, but I would take them week 2 or 3 o'clock game. Talking about sea chickens. I don't know. Gotta love the patterns. Yes, exactly. Going to be very defensive. Uh-oh. Billy D is putting it in his predictions. He says Chargers W, Giants W. All right, let's go ahead and get in here, all right? Week 1, facing good old Justin Herbert, Herbie fully loaded, and the Chargers, Sunday at 1 o'clock. How you feeling about this game, Chris?
1-0.
1-0.
35-21, Skins big.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to get Bosa back with Derwin James back.
Blah, 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 blah.
They did lose Casey Hayward, though, right? And Ingram.
Yeah.
And who did they draft in the first round? I think they drafted a guard. I think they drafted Slater, Rashawn Slater. Maybe a tackle. Okay. Interesting. So 35-21. All of a sudden, an offensive explosion coming out for the Washington football team. I don't think we're going to have that great of a start with the offense. I think it's going to be a little less than that. And the Chargers just stunk it up last year, even with how well Justin Herbert played. And I don't think they added too much where that should change. I don't remember who they all added, but I know there are a couple of pieces that they lost. Except Derwin James is going to be back, which is big. Their safety, who's very, very talented. And then Bosa. So I'm gonna say I think it is a win. I think we do have a win here, week 1, but I'm gonna say more like in the 23 to 15 range, maybe a weird score like that.
I say 27-13.
27-13. Okay, so you're lowered a little bit. Okay, fair enough.
The defense is going to dominate. They're not going to score that many points.
I kind of agree with that. I think our defense should be.
Well, I'll let you go.
But yeah, I think our defense should be able to stifle the young quarterback, and he could have a sophomore slump, even though he did well last year.
Second half of games, people don't do crap. If we can put 2 halves together now, I ain't worried about that. I know in the second half they ain't scoring nothing. I know that.
That is the fun
So
part.
they better beat us
That
in the
was
first half.
that's probably one of two biggest differences we see between Jay Gruden and Ron Rivera is the second half adjustments. Like we were complete opposite with Jay Gruden. Our second half adjustments were garbage. We seemed to stink it up in the second half. And now it seems as though we dissect what the team is trying to do to us way faster and figure out a way to stop it way faster, which is nice. What are you guys saying over here? Week 1, 27-16 Skins. Ryan Fitzpatrick throws for 250, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
I think he throws 4.
It says, 4. Quattro, eh? Autismo says 13-4. Woohoo! I like how you think.
I think Gibson has a big day. They can't stop the run.
That's true too. That was definitely a big weakness.
Which opens up play action. I think Terry goes bonkers.
Winter Nation says Washington football team goes 18 and -1. I like it. People barely score in the second half. What's up, Chicken Rico? Welcome back. Anthony Johnson's here. He says, "What's up, goats?" All right, so it seems like a unanimous agreement. Washington wins week 1. Week 2 at home versus the Giants. So we start both games at home. And that's another good point with the Chargers coming here. We're actually going back real quick. Is people traveling from the West Coast to the East Coast have a lot of trouble in those games. So that's good news. But now, week 2 for the Giants at home facing Danny Dimes and his new weapons. They added Kadarius Toney and Kenny Golladay. So they are an interesting football team. Saquon Barkley is going to come back from injury. Their offensive line is going to have another year under their belt for let's see if their offensive line can step it up. And they still have a solid defense over there. How are you feeling about the New York Football Giants in week 2?
31 24.
31-24?
Skins.
Ooh, a little 2-0 start, huh?
I think we give them like some garbage time touchdowns and whatever to make it look that good. Yeah, 31-17 is what I would go with. But like he said, Billy. But I'll say 24. I feel like we're going to give them one lazy one or whatever.
I like the offense that you have us having, which is nice, which is a very interesting offense. It's just, what is Ryan Fitzpatrick going to actually bring when we step onto the field? I do think this should be more of a defensive battle. I don't think Kenny Golladay is going to have much of a day because William Jackson shut him down last year. So I think that we could do something along those lines. Our linebackers could cover a whole lot better. So hopefully that means Kadarius Toney should be struggling.
I just don't see any team in the NFL that can just completely – no team in the NFL can destroy our defense. I just don't see it, especially if the offense is competent. The offense put points on the board. It's not an offense that can move the ball on us. I don't care who you are, personally.
Right. I still say we're going to be more of a – oh, go ahead.
Unless Bostic in the game. Bostic in the game, all bets are off.
Bostic and Collins on the same side?
Oh, I forgot all of it. Yeah, never mind. They can get 24. They're going to go to their side.
Yep. I still think we have to be a team that plays time of possession. We still got to make sure we're running the football quite often and not putting too much on Ryan Fitzpatrick. I don't want to see him throwing 30, 35, 40 times a game. I want to see that 20 to 25 times a game, probably seven of those play action or more, and just kind of keep it out of his hands where he doesn't have to do everything.
I'm going to make a prediction, and I'm probably going to be wrong on this, but I'm never usually wrong. I'm going to say Taylor Heineke wins the job. I'm going to say Taylor Heineke wins the job. I might be wrong about this, but I'm going to go out on the limb. Since I'm always right, I can go out on the limb. I'm going to say Taylor Heineke wins the job. That's what I'm going to say.
Heineke winning this job definitely opens up our offense a little bit where it could be very, very interesting. A lot more mobility. But either way, I think it's still going to be a possession game, and I think we could win this game where we don't shut them out. I think this could be a tough one where it comes down to the wire with like a 26-23.
I just don't know. I know. I mean, you got
26-23.
Andrew Thomas on Chase Young for crying out loud. It's not going that we're going to smoke them. It's going to look close, but it's really not going to be close if you watch the game. We're going to smoke them the first game.
It's all a matter of Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is where it comes into play. Like, what does Dan bring to the table? If he comes in with 3 interceptions, yeah, this game's over before it started.
I'll tell you, I put it like this.
What's up?
Wherever Landon's at, move him the opposite side from Daniel Jones. Because he's going to get burnt down the sideline again. I'm good. Take him out the game. Don't even play him against the Giants. Don't even play him. I'd rather Apke. At least I know Apke ain't going to get burnt.
Oh, man. At least Apke's not going to... Well, Apke's going to get burnt because he's going to take horrible angles. Like, he has the speed, but he just takes horrible angles. Bold prediction. Damon Davis gets a pick 6.
LOL.
That would be fun.
Yeah, our D-line's going to destroy them because we get Matt back. So
Raiders Nation comes in. What up, James? How you doing? 17-0, ring season. Let's go. That's hilarious. Danny fumbles will fumble. That's true. If the Giants win, it's going to be because running game. Yeah, Saquon Barkley being back, that's something that we haven't really added into this calculation. I mentioned it, but Saquon being back, he is a monster. I think we can all agree. And
not bothered.
Not bothered.
Not bothered.
Yeah, okay. Well, when John Bostic's chasing him in the flat.
That's what Jamin Davis came in for. 4.3 speed.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine. That's what Cameron Curl is for.
I like it. So I think it's going to be a close one. But I do think 2-0 is in our future. Two tough games. All right, because we also lost to them twice last year, and we got better this year. We can't lose to them more. Come on. Danny Dimes is 4-0 against us. He's not going to get to 5-0. Not happening. All right. Week 3 at Buffalo Bills, which is great news because a lot of people thought that this was going to be a late season game where we had to play in freezing cold weathers. So, not that we're necessarily a team that has to worry about that, but at the same time, nobody wants to play in December at Buffalo. So now we're going to be playing at Buffalo in week 3. How does Josh Allen and crew handle us coming to town? And what do you got as a prediction?
28-24 scans.
Woo! 3-0. 3-0.
Scans. The reason why is, one, they can't stop our offense. They can't stop the run either. And 2, they only have Stephon Diggs. William Jackson, go shut him down. Everybody else, who cares? That's how I pretty much feel about it. If what's his name? If Josh Allen want to run, Jamin Davis, you spy on him. He doesn't get out the pocket. And I'm praying, man, and I'm praying press man the whole game. Now what you do? Really,
I do think we're gonna get out of 3 weeks of this first season at 2-1, and I think this will be our first loss. I do think it might be a little tough to stop Josh Allen completely, even though I do like our defense a lot. But Josh Allen is going to be somebody that could be able to expose the weaknesses with his great arm. And if Landon Collins is ever the free safety or ever the deep safety for a weird play, he could get exposed.
Emmanuel Sanders?
Doesn't matter. First of all, Emmanuel Sanders has a little speed on him. It's not terrible. He could burn Collins if Collins is back there. You don't think he could burn Collins?
I think Kendall Fuller will have him on lockdown.
I hope you're right. As usual, I always hope you optimistic or less pessimistic fans than me are right. But I have them losing Buffalo Bills. All right? That's true. You were right quite often when it came to the win-loss column. Whenever I went the other way, you usually beat me on the other way.
I'm not afraid of the Buffalo Bills.
The team was surprising.
And protect Josh Allen's not going crazy at all. Like I said, they have no offense.
Well, they did beef up that defensive line too, so I think it's going to be a little bit more harder to run on.
I get that, but they're not going to stop our offense. We have too many weapons.
So 2-1, I have us coming out of the first 3 weeks. Then we are going to face Kyle Pitts and the Atlanta Falcons in Week 4, October 3rd, at Atlanta.
Cam Curl. I'm circling.
And they have a ton of weapons. They still have Julio for now. Then they have Calvin Ridley and now Kyle Pitts. I'm not sure who they added at the running back position, but still a very interesting. And they've been adding to their offensive line for quite a few years now. So that line should be better for Matt Ryan. And Matt Ryan's not one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he statistically is one of the best. The dude slings it. Where do you have, or do you want me to go first on this one?
You can go first.
All right. The Atlanta Falcons. See, historically, Washington has struggled against these kind of high-powered offenses. Like, if you go back to that 6-3 season with Alex Smith where our defense was playing well, we lost to the Falcons, we lost to the Colts with Andrew Luck. 3 really high-powered offenses, and then Deshaun Watson with Houston. So, historically, we struggle with these types of offenses. But I think we have the corners now that can slow down the receiving core. They're still going to get some because they're great. But slow down the receiving core enough for us to get time to get to Matt Ryan, get some pressure on him. And I don't know what they're going to do in the run game. So I think it's going to be a win for us. So we move to 3-1 and be about a 24-20 game. That's my prediction.
4-0.
4-0 for the Washington football team. Unbelievable.
We're gonna drop 35.
Chris, this was supposed to be our prediction where we actually think here. This is not the rose-colored glasses.
Serious. I think
all right,
that's
here we go.
30.
All right.
I think it's gonna be 35-26.
35-26. Our offense comes to play this year under Chris. Whew. Hey, Winter Nation says 35-25, right in your ballpark. Yeah. So 5 touchdowns. How does that happen?
That's the game I'm mostly watching. Cam Curl against Kyle Pitts. I'm watching that matchup.
Actually, Jamin Davis had a good handle on him in college, didn't he?
Possibly, but Cam Curl's basically gonna be on him most of the time. Because if Landon's on him, you might as well get him 40.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts will definitely have his way with Landon. But it's definitely interesting to see what and also don't forget about Benjamin St. Bust with that length and quickness. Where all of a sudden you could put him on a style guy like Kyle Pitts.
That's gonna be interesting. I think we double team Kyle Pitts and we just man up on the other ones.
I mean, man, can you just man up on Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, you could. I can live with that.
I don't know. Kendall Fuller one-on-one with Calvin Ridley.
He's good enough. Calvin Ridley gonna get his, but Kendall Fuller gonna get his as well.
We'll see how it pans out. But all right, so I have us at 3-1. You have us at 4-0. What are you guys saying over here? Falcons winning, says Spoiled. Spoiled, your team's up next, so get ready for that. 35-30, Washington football team straight shootout, says ProTech. Let's go. And we get the 1 stop. Okay. Asan says Washington 38, Falcons 18. A little bit of a double up of a score. There we go.
I mean, it could. Like, don't get it twisted. It could be something like that, especially because we're going to score. But if we get 1 pick or something, that's a blowout. They can't mess up. We don't have to be perfect. They do.
I love how you guys are thinking this. Actually, no. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gibson goes crazy with 150 yards and 3 touchdowns. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so 3-1 for 4-0 for you. We're moving on to week 5 at home against the first time in a long time, Drew Brees Saints. New Orleans comes to town, Who Dat Nation, with, we don't know who the quarterback's going to be at this point. They brought back a lot of their talent, though. So where do you have us going against the Saints?
5-0. First of all, Jameis Winston's going to throw us at least 4. That's number one. And with turnovers and you giving the ball to Ryan Fitzpatrick, that's a wash for them. They have no chance. I'm looking at this. This is most likely going to be somewhere between 31 to 17.
31-17 over the Drew Brees Saints. I have us moving to 3-2, and the reason is because even without Brees, they find a way to win games. They're extremely well coached with Sean Payton. Their defense is still going to be a solid, really good defense. Really, what's that?
Just like they found a way to lose to the Eagles. Yeah,
they found a way to lose to the Eagles. That's true. That's true. But okay, one game out of what with Drew Brees? They won like 8 and 9. They went like 8 and 9 without Drew.
They don't even know who their quarterback is.
Ian Book, the GOAT.
And you still pick them to win?
No, Ian Book's not going to start. I don't care if it's Taysom or Jameis Winston. I'm picking them to win in a close one. Again, as usual. Except Ryan Fitzpatrick. The problem is Ryan Fitzpatrick may actually not make this close. They may make this way worse because Ryan Fitzpatrick, this is a type of game where they have a solid defense where he could throw all of a sudden 3 interceptions and we lose this one 31 to 17.
How does the Saints score?
How do the Saints score? Off turnovers.
We're not going to turn the football over against them.
I hope we don't. But Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to have a game where we turn over.
I had Heineke started.
Well,
so I'm going based off Taylor.
That's
Even if Fitzpatrick is started, I'm still having the same record.
All right, I have us at 3-2 after 5 weeks. Okay, that's what I have. That's what I have. And then the week 6 opponent. Actually, what's spoiled saying? Thanks for being respectful, Tim, and not a Chris and Rico. Thank you. Rodgers to Vegas saying Jairus bias takes. Oh, jeez.
I'm not being biased because I actually have us not winning the division. But let's go.
Chicken Rico says 59-0. I agree with that score if we see Ian Book. If Ian Book sees the field, even for a trick play, I flip my score completely. Ian Book cannot see the field, all right? That is no good, all right? There you go. All right. Now I have us moving to 3-3 because Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs are coming to town, and that is going to be a heck of a game. But I think our offense cannot do quite enough to stick with their offense, and I think we end up losing this one 34-24.
6-0.
6-0 against Pat Mahomes.
6-0. It's an evenly matched game. The only difference is our defense is way better. We'll get the stops. They won't. I'm looking at this from being 35-30.
35.
You know what? I would say 34-31. Dustin Hopkins wins the game.
Oh my! Don't do that to my heart. Don't do that to my heart.
It'll be 31-31. Patrick Mahomes will get the ball. Our defense, Chase Young gets the sacks. Get him off the field. We get the ball back. We go downfield. We get in field position. We kick a field goal. We win on our home turf. We make a statement.
As usual, I hope Chris is right. 6-0, my man. 6-0.
Cam Curl locks down Travis Kelce.
Cam Curl with the lockdown on Travis Kelce. I love it. No, yeah, I think this is going to be one where it's just going to be too much. The Chiefs are an established team. We're still building. We're great. I love where we're going, but we're not as established as the Chiefs, and we don't have a Pat Mahomes. Week number 7. So I'm 3-3 right now. You're 6-0, and then we go to maybe Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, or is it going to be Love or someone else for the Green Bay Packers? But I'm going to assume Aaron Rodgers for this prediction. How are we doing at Green Bay?
7-0.
7-0.
I just don't see the weapons that they have. and the defense is not very good. And last time we played them, Terry McLaurin killed Jair Alexander, and we got multiple weapons more than we did. What's that? 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Where we at?
Week 7.
We're at their home.
Yeah, we're at Green Bay. Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. So I'll say it'd be tough on 24-28.
24-28. I actually agree with you that we actually move to 4-3 on the season. I think this is a great game for Ron Rivera and this defense. Jack Del Rio is going to call a great game. And we have beaten Aaron Rodgers a couple times in the regular season before. This is not something that we've unheard of. And I think we have one of the better teams or the best team that he has faced against in Washington. And I like us to actually win this game as a 28-20. I think this will be a tough matchup, but I like it, and I think it'll be fun to watch and move to 4-3 for the season. Tough win there. Week 8 before the bye, we do another road game over to Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. Broncos, Drew Lock, and an underrated Broncos team, in my opinion. Do you want me to go first, or you go first?
You go ahead.
You have me going first. And I don't think who did they get? They drafted a corner. And I think that was a mistake. I think they needed to draft O-line. I think they should have been the one to trade back and draft O-line. And I like the corner they got, J.C. Horn. No, not J.C. Horn. They got Patrick Surtain. Sorry. I like their corner. But I don't think that's the right move. And I think that the Broncos lose and we move to 5-3. Drew Lock is not going to have the protection he needs. And the defense goes all over him, and he turns the ball over a couple of times like Drew Lock does. And we end up moving to 5-3 against the Broncos.
8-0.
8-0.
Oh man, this game is gonna be closer than I think.
24-13, by the way, for my prediction.
This will be a for our receiving core for sure, and the tight ends and the running backs. We just gonna save everybody's healthy. I think we get them 24-21.
Close game, huh?
Yeah, 24-21.
I don't think this is going to be a close game because I don't think they did enough on their offensive line to help my man, Drew Lock. Everybody knows I love Drew Lock, but I don't think they did enough to protect him. I don't think they did. ProTech says Gibson, 25 carries, $149, and 4 touchdowns against the Broncos.
That's not happening. Their defense is very, very good.
Jeez Louise. What does DRG says? This is the Chris we need. He says I love this Chris. I know Chris 8-0 right now. 8-0. All right. Here we go. We're going to go off of the bye week. So bye week 9. And week 10 we are facing the Super Bowl champs rematch of Wild Card Weekend, where we were the best team to face them. Bucks brought pretty much everyone back that they had last season. Week 10, what do you think, Chris? At home against the Bucks.
9-0.
9-0.
You know what? I'm going to say we got Matt back, so I say 31-21.
31-21.
You know what? I'm going to say 28-27 because I feel like they're going to come out like a day's go off the bat. They're not going to be focused.
All right.
I think an almost loss wakes them up and gets them back on in their head.
All right. So we're moving on to 9-0 over the Buccaneers. I have us moving to 5-4. I think the Bucs are a fantastic football team, and they pretty much brought everyone back. Didn't he get even Antonio Brown back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then they went ahead and got a corner in the draft, right? They got Stokes. Is that who they ended up getting? Or did I make that up?
No. They didn't draft no corner.
Oh, they didn't. Who was their first round pick again?
They drafted nobody. I don't know who they drafted in the first round.
No, I forgot.
Edge,
Why did I thought they got a corner?
Maybe
it wasn't
Joe Tryon.
Oh, Joe Tryon. Interesting. I thought they got a corner for some reason. All right, so I was at 5-4. Either way, I think that this is going to be this is our second toughest opponent probably besides the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are going to be healthy against us, and I don't think we have enough to pull it out. I think Taylor Heineke's miracle game last year was awesome. They did not have Devin White in that football game, and
he did not have Matt Ioannidis.
That's true, but nonetheless, I think that Tom Brady and the Bucs do enough to win this game, and I think it is going to be another tough one. They beat us 30-31-23 last time. I think it could be a little less than that. I have it 27-20 in this game. Tough loss again, but we don't have enough to beat the Super Bowl champions, in my opinion. 5-4 is my record. Week 11, we are away this time, down south in Carolina. Another rematch against Ron Rivera's old team. And they have Sam Darnold. They got a great receiving core. They had one of the best drafts, if not the best draft. They get Christian McCaffrey back. This team is super solid. And I think at this point, at week number 11, we move to 5-5. We lose to the Carolina Panthers. I love what Matt Rule's doing and building down there. I think they're a little bit ahead of us. I think they have Sam Darnold is going to have a good season with all those weapons.
Oh, I'm glad you admitted that. I'm glad you admitted they're ahead of us. Good. Now you know what the job Ron Rivera didn't do there.
Any Hooters, I think he's doing a great job. I loved their draft, and I think that they will beat us in a tough one. I don't think that they're going to destroy us. I think it'll be a 23-20 game. They do just enough to take us out, and we move to 5-5. Chris, we're 9-0 in your book. What do we got?
Loss.
A loss. A tough win over the Bucs, but we lose to Carolina.
We have Sam the GOAT Darnold. They got so many offensive weapons. That's the team. That's the team that we're going to face with the most offensive weaponry this year. I'm going to say we lose by I think it's going to be 24-21, and Dustin Hopkins misses the kick to tie to go into overtime.
God, we should have drafted that kicker from Florida. All right. Weird. We're going to play 5 NFC East opponents to finish the year. That's crazy. At this point, we're at week 11. We still have week 12 and 13, and we have not played the Eagles or the Cowboys. Whoa. I know it's DRG. It's not going to be fun. I don't say this happily. I'm not thrilled that I'm predicting losses, okay? It's not like I'm sitting here jumping for joy, okay? All right. Next, week 12. Monday Night Football. We host the Seattle Seahawks at FedEx Field. A Seahawks team we barely lost to last year due to the terribleness of Dwayne Haskins. Week 12. Where do you have us, Mr. Chris?
W.
We're back on the winning train. 10-1.
Russell Wilson runs for his entire life. 1. DK Metcalf is locked up per usual. 2. And our offense and Terry McLaurin shows the world that he's the best wide receiver in the NFL and goes for over 200 yards receiving. That's
I got 2 words. Okay, I got 2 words for why we're gonna win this game. Dwayne Eskridge. That's who their first pick of this draft was. They needed so much help at the offensive line. They already had Lockett and they had DK Metcalf. And they draft Dwayne Eskridge. Come on, bro. The Seahawks have got... This has got to be the year Pete Carroll gets fired. Seahawks, I think, are going to have a down year. I don't like... I love Russell Wilson, but this is just ridiculous. He is a top 3 quarterback probably in this league right now, and they are not giving him anything to help him not get sacked. And their defense is definitely starting to lack. I have us winning and moving to 6-5 this year over the Seattle Seahawks, and it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be a 27-13 game. I really think that it's not going to be fun for the Seattle Seahawks. I just don't think so. Terry goes for 152 touchdowns. I love it. 8 sacks on the game. That would be fun. What happened to winning record? No playoffs. We 10-1. Let's go. I like it too. I hope Chris is right as usual. Okay. So I'm 6-5. You're 10-1. The Raiders. James, where you at? We're going against the Raiders. Week 13, 4:05 game at Las Vegas. So we travel the country to face Derek Carr, John Gruden, and company. Where you got us, Chris?
W. They have no O-line. They have no receivers. Not afraid of their defense. 35-14.
35-14. I agree. 7-5 is the record for me right now. I don't think the Raiders have enough to beat us. I think we're a way more complete team. I think that Ryan Fitzpatrick beat them. They did beat them last year with Miami, and I think we're probably a better team than what Miami was a year ago, except that we don't have the quarterback, except Ryan Fitzpatrick was the same quarterback. So I think we do win this game relatively handedly. I think it'll probably be more like a 24, I'm going to say 24-16-ish game. I think it's not going to be, we're never going to feel like we blew them out, but at the same time, we're never going to feel like we're really going to lose either. So I think it's going to be a weird game like that, 24-16, and we win the game. All right, so we got all the other opponents out of the way except for our division. So we have Cowboys, Eagles, and the Giants to end the year. Cowboys, week 14 at home first, Sunday, December 12th at 1 o'clock. Dak Prescott and the girls, come to town. What do you got?
You go first.
The Cowboys. We are going to lose this game, and we'll move to 7-6. Usually, the team that's the home team seems to do terribly against this division rival in the Cowboys, and I think we will end up losing this game. Dak Prescott does have weapons. I think Zeke has a bounce-back year. Their offensive line is going to get healthier, and I think they added some good defensive pieces. I love their draft, honestly. I like Micah. I like Jabril Cox. I love Semi Fehoko. And I liked Nashawn Wright. I liked their draft, to be very, very honest. And I think they have the quarterback of the future. And I think we lose this game in a tough one, 27-21. 7-6 record right now.
W.
No further elaboration, just W.
I'm just W. I always say just W. Just W.
W sounds good. All right, the Eagles, week 15. Jalen Hurts at home. Away over in Philadelphia. The aging Eagles. What do we got for Philly.
You go ahead and go, man. This is hilarious right now.
Eagles is a W. This team is falling apart at the seams. I think Devontae Smith will prove to be another bust in the first round. This offensive line is aging. The defense is aging. Fletcher Cox is a million years old. Darius Slay had a terrible year last year. We got so many weapons where I don't think that's going to matter. And I think that the Eagles don't have a chance against the Washington football team. And we move to 8-6 in December. And I guess the score will be, let's say, 23-13.
I'm going to say we lose this one.
We're going to lose to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
I think we go in there lackadaisical. I think we go in there bigged up. And I think they just, they're playing with house money. They're playing with house money. And they just, they beat us.
So they beat the 12-1 Washington football team.
They beat us by a field goal.
By a field goal. So we moved to 12-2 at this point in the year with 3 games left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're back with the Cowboys. This time in Dallas. 2 weeks later, Christmas, the day after Christmas, at the night game.
We ain't got a Thanksgiving game?
Thanksgiving game, we do not play on Thanksgiving this year. We play Monday night.
All right.
But, all right, I have us this time splitting with the Cowboys, moving to 9-6 on the year. Or 9-6, right? Is it 9-6? I think because it was 7-6, and then we're winning the next 2 games. Yeah, so 9-6, and we beat this time the Cowboys on their turf because that's how we usually roll. And I think it's a good game. I think it's a tough one, but I think it's a good game, and it's a division rival game. It's not really going to be a rhyme or reason. It's probably going to be some weird stuff going on. Not really going to predict something. I think it's going to be weird. My prediction is it's going to be unpredictable. But yet we come away with the W and move to 9-6 for the Washington football team. And that's my prediction. 9-6. Loss. So the first time was a win. This time was a loss.
My birthday going to come up there. So we're going to lose the first game to Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, Bader's gonna run his mouth, and we're gonna win the second game.
Okay, so you're back on my train. All right, so either way, you have us 12-3 at this point in the year.
Yes, sir.
With Ryan Fitzmagic. No, with Taylor Heineke.
Like I said,
Taylor Heineke. All right. So you have us at 12-3 after the Cowboys win on Week 16. I have us at 9-6. The Philadelphia Eagles this time come to town. Nothing changes for me. I just don't like the Eagles this year. I don't think the Eagles are going to be good, and I think they're on the down low. And I have us winning and getting a double-digit win season, the first one since 2012 with RG3. Ron Rivera gets us to 10 wins. I'm so mad.
We're going to win this game.
All right. Why are we mad?
You'll figure it out.
All right. So we're going to win this one. So we're 13-3 now in your book. I am 10-6. Last game of the season is the Giants. On January 9th. So they moved the season back a little bit. Interesting. So the last game of the season is now going to be January 9th, which is usually the wild card weekend. And I have us losing this game. It sucks because this was a make or break for the playoffs. And I think Ryan Fitzpatrick fails us, unfortunately. And we lose to the Giants and finish the year 10-7. Which is an improvement from 7-9, and I think we did improve, but I don't think we're quite there yet without a quarterback. 10-7 is my record.
I hope you're right.
Okay.
I definitely hope you're right and I'm wrong, but we beat them.
Oh, so you're upset because we didn't get a quarterback.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
Just we beat them.
All right, so you have us 14-3, and yet you're not happy about it.
14-3.
Yeah. 17-game season now.
I would say 13-4. If I gotta give us another loss, I'll just give it to us another loss. Okay, I say we'll lose to the Packers.
Okay, so your record now is 13-4.
Yeah, I want to make it 13-4.
13.
Matter of fact, I want to lose to the Packers, so we're gonna smoke the Packers.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Chiefs. Maybe we lose to the Chiefs or the Bucs.
I just don't think we're gonna lose. That's a game that we win.
What's
another team? Give me another team. Let's give me a team that's I'm not even.
Falcons.
We're not gonna lose to them. They're not that good.
Chargers week 1. Buffalo week 3.
13-4. That's what it's gonna be.
All right, 13-4. I have us at 10-7. 7th seed in the NFC playoffs, going home in the wild card weekend, says ProTech. There we go. I have us losing to the Giants, Washington football team, 14 points, Giants 24, Winter Nation. And
oh my gosh.
Actually, you know what? How about in your scenario at 13-3? How about we just sit our players and we lose to the Giants week 17?
Yeah, we can do that.
So you lose to the Giants the last week of the season because we sit our players.
Yep.
Winter Nation says I have us at 11-6, winning the division. I like it. Yeah, I easily see about an 0-17 season.
The sad part about this is we gonna win the division. That's the sad part. I got a crazy feeling that we gonna win this division.
All right, so what's sad about it? Talk to me.
I want Desmond Ridder and JT Daniels. That's what's sad about it.
So it's the quarterback situation. We don't get our quarterback next year.
I mean, we could, but I don't want to give up no draft capital. That's the problem. But maybe one of those guys can fall to us. JT Daniels, I don't know, man. We gotta trade up, man. But we gonna win this division, sadly. I hope your record is definitely right. Because I would love to laugh at Redskins fans that their hearts broken because they lost to the Giants and they talk bad about Daniel Jones. I would love that. That's a happy ending for me. But sadly, I just don't see us. We're too good of a team to lose that many games. I told you coming into the season, anything less than 11 wins is a failure. Because we're better than every team we play.
Mm-hmm.
I told you we got a chance in every game.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem would be if Ryan Fitzpatrick turned the ball over. I have Heineke starting. If Heineke starts, we can win that many games. If Fitzpatrick starts, your scenario is more than likely, hopefully. I'm hoping. But I'm doing this based off Heineke.
Heineke! Cowboys win the division 10-7, owning tiebreaker by conference record.
I do not want to win this division.
Ouch.
I don't.
Ouch. All right, you want to take a look at the rest of the schedule? So you were 13-4. I was 10-7, but both predicting a winning record. Going through the games, I think a 10-7 record is very, very plausible for us. I do. All right. What do you guys think? Jarius has us in the Super Bowl or conference championship with this?
Oh my gosh. If Heineke started, we going to the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
If Fitzpatrick starts, we're missing the playoffs.
Well, there you go. Oh, yeah, Talia Tagovailoa, Tua's brother, is in this draft.
If Heineke starts and remains healthy, we're going to the Super Bowl.
TT Stay Goated says, we win the division and trade 2 first-round picks to get a top-tier QB like
I don't want to win a Super Bowl neither, man. This is bad. Dang. I hope Ryan Fitzpatrick starts now because I want to lose. I don't want to win. If Heineke's in, we're screwed. We're going to be at like 32, 31, 29. No, man.
Oh, jeez. The worst. All right.
And this is basically, we doing this basically barring no injuries. With no injuries, obviously injuries change this drastically for every team.
All right, so can you pull up the week 1 schedule?
4.
The week 1 schedule for the NFL, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I just had it too actually. Yep, I'm already right here.
All right, so let's have some fun with this one. All right, so who has what's the game of the week? Week 1. Game of the week.
No. Okay, here you go. The game of the week for me. I'm so happy to do this season. I'm not lying. The Browns and the Chiefs. That'll be the game.
Ooh, that is a great game. That's a great.
The Browns and the Chiefs would be the best game for me.
I think the best game of week 1 is the Jaguars versus Texans. Just kidding.
The Jaguars gonna blow them out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be fun. No, I like that game for sure that you picked. I think that's a very interesting game. Man, there's a couple of interesting games here.
There's not a lot of good games that week 1 that I like, other than Dallas and Tampa. That they lose to them.
You know what? Actually, could be the game of the week. Is the Bears versus the Rams, and seeing Justin Fields.
He's not going to start.
You don't think so?
No,
Andy Dalton's going to get the start?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll see. I hope it's Justin Fields, because that could be the game of the week. Justin Fields on a night game against the Aaron Donald and the Rams? That and Jalen Ramsey?
Mm-mm.
Bucks and the Cowboys for you protect. It's a good game, I think, because Dak Prescott will be back. It's definitely an interesting game. Texas Roadhouse. I got Justin Fields starting. I just don't. Andy Dalton is just so bad to me. I just don't see how he doesn't start. I know, Winter Nation. He said he doesn't want to win the Super Bowl. I know, it's crazy. All right. Which game is the worst game of week 1?
You just said it.
Jacksonville and Houston?
You know what? No, it's not. Because Trevor Lawrence is going to throw
I think the worst game of week 1 is the Niners versus the Lions. I think that's a terrible game. I think the Niners just destroy them, and the Lions just are so bad. And it's so pathetic.
You know what? No, let's go back to week 1.
Okay.
The Jets versus the Panthers is a sneaky game.
The Jets
because it's Sam Darnold
Panthers
versus Zach Wilson. Sam Darnold is going to light them up. I'm definitely watching that one. Definitely.
Well, we play at the same time. We play against the Chargers once.
I have on both channels. I have one on my. I gotta see that one.
Oh man, that's fun. But no, it's a lot of fun. I'm sure we'll end up. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna watch the Cowboys and Bucks on Thursday night, the season opener. Then we're gonna do, of course, our game, Washington versus the Chargers. 4:00 games. We're gonna do whatever's on the TV, but I would imagine the TV is going to have the Cleveland, Browns and the Chiefs.
That is a game for that game right there is going to be amazing from start to finish.
And then we have Bears and Rams. Hopefully it's Justin Fields.
Oh, and you know what?
We're
going to do predictions too during the season. We're going to do predictions during the season. Then at the end of the season, we're going to see who's the most right, like we did in the playoffs.
Okay, all right, I like it. So we're gonna pick.
We're
every
gonna do
game.
that basically every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday, and so we pick every single game.
Yeah,
for the week, and then we keep a record. I like it. We can do that. We can definitely do that. All right. All I read out of this whole chat is Protect says I agree with Tim, and that's all that matters. I appreciate it. That's all. That's all we gotta say. DRG says I gotta sit 12-5. TT Godin says 11-6. Maybe we see in the preseason. I want to see. I want to see Juice for sure. Join my football pool, Tim and Chris. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun.
What is a football pool?
So I would assume he's talking about a football pool where literally you pick every game based on the spread. But
if y'all want to lose, that's fine with me.
Yeah, that could be fun. We could definitely get in. I won't mind getting in that. But that's based off the spread. Me and you are going to be picking them.
Oh yeah.
Just straight up, like who's gonna win, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're gonna worry about is who's actually gonna win. We're not gonna base it off the spread. Game predictions weekly, bro. Yep, exactly. But usually, if you do it like on a website, they do it based on the spread of the game, not just who wins and who loses. Wizards up by 3 with 7 to go. Get us in play-in game. Nice. I hope we pull off the win over the Hawks. I think I'm going to watch a game tonight. Could be fun.
Oh, she got us winning the division. I like her.
Oh, who's she?
Some girl named Cynthia.
On what channel? I don't even know who she is.
This NFL Network. She got us winning the division. She's smart. She's a smart woman.
Let's start a fantasy football league this year. We might. It's
Week 2.
We'll see. I don't know yet.
Ooh,
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. We'll do something this year. It's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna get Madden 2 when it comes out. Oh, Madden 22.
Oh my god!
So it should be interesting to see how that goes. So that'd be fun. Cynthia Freeland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Me and Chris running it. Yeah, that's right. Me and Chris running it. Chris shot it out. You're doing a fantasy league with Chris? I mean, Spoiled?
Yeah.
Great shout out.
Hopefully, Spoil actually goes through with it, because knowing him, he probably won't. But we'll see.
As an honest Skins fan, I have the Philadelphia Eagles winning the division at 17-0. Clearly. What up, winner?
Yeah. LOL.
LOL. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for all stopping by. That's what we have. It's 9:10. I'm going to end this stream as the Chris and Tim podcast, and then we're going to go ahead and hop in to a basketball game. I'll be calling the play-by-play, having fun. Which game was it again? I forget. Hold on.
I need to eat again. All I had was some salad. I got to eat one more time for the night over. Thank you. I needed y'all to beat the daggone Hawks. Hopefully y'all keep the lead. See, I like Cynthia. See, Cynthia know what she talking about. She know what she talking about. See, I like her. See, I respect her.
Good.
She still got the Cowboys making it, though. But I don't care. She has us making it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, it was the Trailblazers and Jazz. That should be a fun game. Go ahead and watch some Dame Lillard versus
Damian Dime Dollar Diamond.
Yeah. The
Damian Dime Dollar.
I wonder if Donovan Mitchell is back yet. Nope, he's out. Mike Conley's still out as well. So we'll see how the Jazz fare in the next one. Can we do Houston versus Lakers? No, it's too late.
I will show you something after this game. After this is hilarious. I think somebody made this up. I don't know if it's real or not.
True.
But they got Ryan Clark. I'm just gonna show you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, send it to me in a text or something.
Yeah, I will send it to you in text.
Sounds good. He's out for the season until the playoffs. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Thanks, TT. Stay goated. All right. You got any last words?
No.
All right. Well, we will see you back at the same time next week for episode 16, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us. I will be doing play-by-play in about a half hour because the basketball NBA always says the game starts at a certain time, but then you have to add 15 minutes. So we'll be probably starting closer to 9:45. But, yeah. Come hang out. We'll be doing a bunch of these streams throughout the playoffs. I'll be watching a bunch of the playoff games. Should have some fun. And until next time, see ya!
Rodgers just got signed. LOL. Louis T, just shut up.